Well, this is the plan. It's Sarah's birthday, and there will be folks here to help celebrate that. And Sarah has agreed to let me draft everybody into an antenna raising party at the end of her birthday party. So we have a 31-foot mast to put up. It's made out of sections that fit inside of one another, so that the whole thing, when it's collapsed, only stands 6 feet tall. But the outermost tube, and it's a fiberglass mast, so the fiberglass tube stands a full 6 feet tall. Then the next section has to have a foot still remaining inside the lowest section, so it's only 5 feet tall, and so on up the remaining 5 sections. So we have a 31 feet total. And at the top of it, we have an inverted V configuration of a dipole antenna. It's actually called a G5RV antenna for the amateur radio call sign of the British ham who invented this antenna. It's fed with a ladder line, which used to be common in TV antenna installations. And it actually it's a symmetrical feed line. In other words, it has 2 wires that are the same, whereas the coax that it then connects to is an unbalanced asymmetrical feed line. So this is balanced, this is unbalanced, and we have a coil in the middle here where they meet, made out of coax. Its main purpose is is a dual purpose. One is impedance matching between the 50 ohm coax and the 300 ohm ladder line, and also it's an RF choke, which means that it's difficult for radio frequency energy to pass from the antenna and the ladder line onto the shield of the coax because of this choke. And that helps keep RF energy out of the shack, the ham radio station itself, which if a lot of RF comes down the shield into the station, it can cause problems for the operator. It can make things hot to the touch, so you touch your microphone or your key and you get a shock while you're transmitting, and it can also interfere with functioning of equipment. So that's the purpose of the coiled up 10 turns of coax, 4-inch diameter. This illustration, I got carried away with my shading, and it should have a empty core in the middle here. So it's just 10 turns that I wrapped around a plastic container, and then removed the container and lashed the turns together with the twist ties. But there are also 6 guy wires here, 3 coming off at this level and 3 coming off at 10 feet lower level, and they will meet and join to supports basically the shed in the backyard and fence posts. And then this feed line continues on to the window that goes into the basement, and then on to the radio station. I will have this whole thing on sawhorses, fully extended, and when the party nears the birthday party nears its end, I will move it from the sawhorses and place it onto the clothesline pole. It will be sagging, of course, and extended quite a ways out this way. Then the people who will help me put it up will push the bottom of the pole this direction, and of course there are guy ropes coming off of the remainder of the mast, and people back here will help pull on those to help raise the whole thing up, and then set the base of the mast into this hose clamp that's already around the clothesline pole. And then people will hurriedly apply duct tape. And actually that's plenty strong enough to hold the antenna in position temporarily. And later, after that's been done, I will come along with more hose clamps and cover the duct tape with hose clamps. And that's what the previous antenna that was in that position looked like, except it was not a G5RV antenna. It was just a simple inverted V dipole resonant on 40 meters. This G5RV antenna is not resonant on any ham band, and that actually makes it perform better when it's operated with an impedance matching network inside the station. It will operate on many bands, all the bands 40 meters in wavelength and below. All the ham bands, I think there are like 7 of them. And it's designed to operate well on all those bands. All these lengths, the lengths of the legs of the inverted V and of the 17 feet of this ladder line and the dimensions of this coil are all thought out to permit operation on multiple AM radio bands. So that's our goal. We'll see what happens.